Hello everybody and welcome back to Soul Studios. I'm your host Soul, and today we are talking about warrior cats. Again, apparently I will talk about this topic any chance I get, though I did put this topic up on a poll against another topic, killer whales, and the votes were 100% warrior cats, so people wanted this. Today, we are actually just discussing the fact that up until maybe 2 months ago, I wasn't really paying attention to anything warriors. I, of course, knew stuff was going on, new books and stuff, but I wasn't really paying attention to any of it. I was a big warriors, what is my script doing? I'm sorry, I did write a script out for this video, and I'm looking at it right now, and there are so many typos. I did not read back over through this because this was supposed to be just like a rant video, and holy cow, the typos. I'm sorry, that was a tangent. I was really into warriors from around 2016 all the way up to maybe 2020. But after that, it became something that just got pushed to the back of the mind. I was getting older and I had other priorities. Warrior cats could no longer be the center of my universe like it was when I was younger. Sometime last year, though, I heard about the newer series, The Starless Clan. It came to a close recently, and I know almost nothing about it. I know a few names, Frostpaw and Curlfeather and Splashtail. I'm pretty sure that was his name. But all in all, it seemed just like an interesting story the more I heard about it. And it has been the first time in a long time that I have been genuinely interested in anything warrior cats, which makes me really happy because I wasn't really ever sure that that feeling would ever come back. Did you guys know that this channel was supposed to be a warrior cats content channel? I was going to take an approach similar to how Tennille Flowers did it, or like Moon Kitty, and do like warriors discussion videos. I named those two because they were the only two I watched at the time. So all of my inspiration came from them. Thank you, Tennille Flowers and Moon Kitty. You are amazing. I mean, it looks like I'm still going that way anyhow. This is my third warriors discussion video in a row? Fourth? I don't know. I sometimes forget that this channel is not that old. I feel like I've been doing this my entire life. This channel was started in July of 2021. And I was still not very into warriors at the time, but I wanted to get back into it, and that did not happen. I have such an interesting view of my time where I was truly into warriors. It was kind of odd to look back on, especially since most of the time I had no idea what I was talking about. Prime example of that was the brief moment I was like, Thistleclaw and Spotted Paw can't be that bad. Wrong. Thistlepaw with Spotted Paw is one of the worst things in Warriors, one of the worst things ever, and we hate it. Everyone should hate that. It was crimes against everyone and everything. Younger me was stupid. There was just a lot of opinions I had that weren't entirely correct or good at all because I hadn't read all of the books. I'm currently in the middle of reading Omen of the Stars for the first time, so that should give you a pretty good definition of how far behind in Warriors lore I really am. The new stuff is interesting because I know nothing about anyone. Spoiler warning for the newer books, I guess, because I'm going to start spewing out things I've heard, so here we go. Bramstar got possessed at some point, so that's something, and by Ashfur, I'm pretty sure. I am kind of glad that they brought back Ashfur as a villain. I mean, not that he wasn't a bad guy before, before when Hollyleaf killed him and stuff, but like it's fun to see him come back in a main villain capacity, if that makes sense. Since I was one of the few people I was one of the many people who held the belief that he shouldn't have gone to StarClan. I think that was dumb. But it's fun to see him come back. It's like a character I recognize, and I'm like, oh my god, he's actually a true bad guy now. And not that Ashfur's interesting. I could do a whole discussion video on how Ashfur has just been here for a really long time. Because my boyfriend, I got him into warrior cats, and he's going through Into the Wild right now, and I forgot that Ashfur was in Into the Wild. Him and Ferncloud were introduced in Into the Wild, which is crazy to me. I don't remember it like that, but it's true. And he's listening to the audiobooks, and I'm listening with him, and I'm like, these cats are so old. Let me try and think of some other stuff. There's a character named Shadowsight who I know absolutely nothing about. Like, I have no idea what this little guy does or how he operates. I've heard that he's been through a lot. I'm pretty sure he's one of Dovewing's children. But it's one of those names where it's like, oh, this character probably has importance, and I know that he does, but I've literally never ever heard anything about this cat. And I don't really know how that can be, because it seems like he's a pretty popular character, but I just know nothing. Like, I've never seen anyone do a discussion, or maybe I've just not watched enough videos where he's being discussed. Darktail is a character and was a villain. Also know nothing about this. Seemed like a really bad guy, though, from what I've, like, vaguely collected in my brain. And I'm pretty sure he had a connection to One Star. I don't know anything about that either. That's one of those things where it's just like, I'm 90% sure that I heard that somewhere, but I'm not sure if it's true. See, I really need to just read these books. I'm missing so much in my Warriors lore, and it drives me crazy. I want to know all the things and to be able to understand what is being discussed. I love being a part of discussions. It makes me feel nice. You know, writing the script, I think this video is just a rant about the fact that I'm clueless. But it's kind of nice to go into something not knowing what to expect. I've been trying to get more into reading books in general lately, and this is a great way to do it because there are so many Warriors books. And I'll just continue making videos about what I learn and what I think, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And if you don't, I'll probably still talk about it because I can, and I like the cats. The cats are fun and easy to go on long tangents about. I'm pretty sure I'm done. I can't remember what most of the script was, so we'll hope it makes a little bit of sense. Warriors is just one of those fun things that I could just, I rant on and on about, and then I come back to it later, I'm like, what was this about? What was I talking about? And it's fun. And like, I've started doing scripted videos, chiefly because I've gone into Warrior Cats, and a lot of the time I don't know what I'm talking about, so I have to go and actually research stuff and write it down. But with things like this, it's like I do the scripted portion, but also half of this video was just improv. I read the script a bit, and then I was like, well, let's add on to that. So Warrior Cat is teaching me how to make better videos, so I think we should all give Warriors a round of applause for making Soul Studios a better place to come and watch and chill. Also, I totally skipped over the fact that I am not drawing anything that is directly related to Warriors canon. The characters on your screen are some of my own characters. The forefront one, the white and black kitty, his name is Soultail, and it's actually where I got my name. It's where this channel got its name. If you go back to the very first video on this channel's that is posted on this channel, you'll see the little creature that I have moving here and making all the expressions, being pop, boom, 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 pop, bang. That was definitely not a reference to, you know what it was a reference to. It is Soultail, and originally he was going to be my little spokesperson, but I quickly grew out of it because, one, Soultail's a guy, and I didn't feel like my voice was really representing him well. And two, it was just nice having Soultail as a separate character and not as the face of this entire channel. And behind him is his sister Mistleaf. No, they don't look anything alike. I would not be able to explain that to you. I was young when I made them. Their parents don't look anything like them either. Their mother, Moya, is a brown tabby. Their father, Claw, is a dark gray tabby. So I guess Mistleaf makes a little bit of sense, but Soultail makes zero sense, and I would not be able to tell you why. And I still can't tell you why. I've just never thought about fixing that or making anything make sense because it's fun like that. So that's who's behind you, and they hold a special place because these were the characters I made when I first got into Warrior Cats and first started role-playing. Role-playing was a really big part of my entire Warrior Cats thing when I was younger. I did a lot of role-playing even though I knew almost nothing. I just kind of picked things up as I went along. Plus, with role-playing, I didn't really need to know anything canon. I just needed to know how the world worked, and I figured that out pretty quick. But I have a whole video on here about how I ruined that Warriors Cat roleplay. I will link it above or in the description or somewhere, and y'all need to go watch that because I did. I utterly ruined that Warrior Cats roleplay for the sake of drama. So that teaches you what younger me was focused on. See, that entire portion, that was unscripted. So that should tell you how long I can go into little rants and stuff. So I'm going to wrap things up here. Quick little self-promo. If you guys would like to support the channel and just me in general, go check out my Kofi, I don't know how to say that. I take commissions. There are Warriors adoptables in there that I would really like gone. I'm pretty sure they're only $10. They might be $15 each. So really go check out those out. And within the next few months, I should have a few little Warriors themed stickers available. I have one of Dove Paw that we're going to do. There's one of Lion Blaze, and there will be one of Jay Feather. I'm still getting those all worked out. So as soon as those are ready, I will say something on this channel. Link to my Ko-Fi is down in the description. Please go check it out. So thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all stay safe, drink some water, remember to breathe, and I will see you in the next video.